Hey you guys, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, what's up? I'm Imtarotchick. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. I really want to thank you guys for supporting and watching my videos. It really means a lot. This is something that I love to do. As you can see, my cards are already spread out, and that is because my phone cut off. And so I did not want to reshuffle because I was getting some really good stuff. And basically, I was just explaining. I might have to, no, I'm not going to reshuffle. I'm not going to redo that. Basically, I was just explaining that if you haven't heard, Monica and Shannon Brown are divorcing. Monica filed for divorce. And I just feel like, you know, Monica really needs to think about the characteristics of a guy that she's attracted to. I also said that I was curious about what her relationship with her father is like. Because a lot of times how our relationship is with our mothers and our fathers plays a big part in the kind of partners we choose, you know, in adulthood. So Monica was born 10/24/1980, making her 38 years young. She is a Scorpio. So when we look at the Scorpio water sign and the female characteristics here, we're going to be talking about somebody who's ambitious, hardworking, passionate about everything in life, and they crave love. And they have a lot of leadership qualities as well, all right? But that it's like that craving the love, and also, you know, they exert like a certain amount of power. And, you know, she's just that person that we all really wanted to get her happily ever after, because we've seen Monica go through it. We've seen Monica go through it. But then when we look at Shannon Brown was born November 29th of 85. He's a Sagittarius. And with a Sagittarius male, typically, it's very hard to get them tied down. It's like they love the world. They're very nomadic in a way. They love outdoors things, especially like sports. So it makes sense to me that he's a basketball player. They're cheerful. They're optimistic. They're always up for wild adventures. But they never really want to settle down, you know? And it's just like they like the chase of things, or they're always chasing like this perfect image. You know, another person who's a Sagittarius is Lil Fizz. If you haven't checked out his reading, go check that out, because I talk a little bit more about the Sagittarius man. It's not that they don't have the ability to commit, but it's kind of just like, I feel like when they find the right one, like any man who finds the right one can settle down. All right, let's just get that clear. It's just before they get to that point, it's a little bit harder with some men than it is others, you know? So anyway, I had pulled some cards out, and I was trying to see if I can get some more cards, so I'll pick back up where I left off. Sorry about that, you guys. Is there anything else you could tell me about Monica Brown and Shannon Brown's relationship? Thank you. I've been getting a lot of cards here. I've been getting a lot of reversal. There goes that shame. Okay, so somebody is feeling shame. Ooh. That's betrayal, you guys. That 10 of Swords in reverse. Somebody is feeling betrayed. I actually got a lot of cards for them. So a lot is going on around them. I am going to do a part 2 reading for just Monica alone, because there are some things that I feel like I can tap into and kind of just check on her and, you know, that kind of deal. Is there anything else about Monica and Shannon Brown's relationship? Anything else? Anything else? What is going to be the long-term effect? How is Monica going to get through this? What is going to happen? All right, you guys, I think that is all that thank you. Thank you. All right. Somebody's needing assistance. Anything else? Anything else? Page of Staffs. All right, you guys, I have a lot of cards here. So this video might take us a minute, okay? Yeah, you guys, Monica just at first I was like, she just needs a man that's not in the industry. But then I was like, well, it doesn't matter industry or not. You know, if somebody is going to do you dirty, they're going to do you dirty anyway, regardless if they're in industry or not. I think it just goes back to she really needs to start evaluating the kind of man. Like, I understand what looks good to the eye, but it's like you really have to do more investigation with these men, you know. And I just hope that this doesn't make her colder, you know, or feel cold towards men. Because like I said, we do want her to have her happily ever after. All right. So we're going to get into the Ten of Staves. Ten of Staves is the card of struggle. So there's some struggle going on between these two. And it's just like, it seems too much at times. But it's like, this must happen. Like, this struggle must happen. Okay? So there's a lot of factors going on here, right? We have the emotional struggle. I really feel like Monica feels guilty. And we'll get to that card later because that is showing up here as well. But it's like struggling with the fact of, it's like, I feel like this relationship has been taking a toll on both of them for a while. You know, not just Monica's sake. I mean, yeah, she's the woman, so people are going to naturally gravitate more towards her. And I do feel bad for her, actually. But I feel like as tough as it's been for her, it's been for him as well. Because, again, it's just like he does not want to settle down. But at the same time, you know, he needs to be much more mature because he knew what kind of woman Monica was. He knew what she was looking for. Her name wasn't out in these streets as somebody who just, you know, is a habitual dater. Like, Monica's the real thing. She's looking for the real thing. And I just kind of feel like he wasted her time. But at the same time, the responsibilities also fall with Monica because it's like, you knew what could happen. You knew the kind of person you were dealing with. You knew the kind of person you were involved with. But I feel like with her, it's like she's always trying to, or feels like she could change people. And some people, honey, they just can't be changed. They just can't. Five of Staves. So again, this is the fighting card. All right. And with this fighting card here, you know, this represents them fighting throughout their relationship, actually. And it's just like, it would get so bad that at times, a lot of caution had to be used, okay? Because it could have turned into physical things, you know? And with these two, with Monica and Shannon, it's like the arguments kept continuing. So we have the struggle because it's almost like, okay, she knows this is failing. She knows this ain't right. It's like it comes a time where it's just like, but I feel like she kept trying to hang on because she did not want to take another L. You feel me? So it's like trying to work with what you got. But at the same time, it's like knowing like this can't continue. Now here we have the Queen of Cups. So Monica got quite comfortable in the situation, okay? She was loving the finances that were coming in. She was loving, you know, the beautiful possessions around her. And this indicates that need, you know? Like she was really loving being able to spend, you know, lavishly or have lavish things, around her. She was loving that, you know? And part of her really did not want to let that go. But you guys, it's almost like some things just become like not even worth it. Okay? And this is indicating that even though she had a need for beautiful possessions around her, she was very devoted. Very devoted and very loving, okay? And we could pretty much see that because again, like we don't... It's like we don't hear about her being with another dude. It's him that we hear about being with someone else. You know? But it's just kind of like... It's almost like we can't point the finger at him without pointing at her because she knew what kind of guy she was getting involved with. But she thought she could change him. And that's like... Or she thought... Yeah, like she thought she was going to be that magical one. And it's just like... No, like a woman can influence a guy to change, but at the end of the day, he has to want to change. All right, Three of Coins. So Three of Coins is like it's like her career, you know. It's like she's looking at her career and she's trying to move forward, and it's like she's trying to basically make up for the financial loss that's about to happen just from, you know, splitting with him. I know that she'll probably, you know, they'll probably end up resolving in a court and he might be put on child support, X, Y, and Z. But I don't feel like Monica is a dependable type. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like it's a situation where she's like, well, I know that my man's a ball player or whatever, so I know when we go to court, I'm going to have enough money from him to take care of us for the rest of the... She's not that kind of person. Like, she will go out and get her coin. All right? And I do feel like she's looking at her job and her career, and it's just like much work is going to be required of her, and she's understanding that. And so she's trying to get that together too. It's like trying to get her ducks in a row. And as you can see in this Three of Coins, you have these two people that's kneeling down in front of this one person here. Okay? So it's basically like divvying out. But at the same time, it's like, no, I'm going to get my stuff together over here because I don't want to be... It's like she wants to be able to uphold her independence out of this. All right? Four of Cups. All right, so when we look at the Four of Cups, this is like worry, pettiness, petty upsets, stress, self-doubt, self-pity, and frustration. And it's just like between these two is bringing a lot of... I mean, again, you guys, like, it's the internal struggle like she's having with herself. And I feel like he may be having that as well, because flipping the coin here, it's like he knew he was supposed to be responsible. He knew that this is what he signed up to be a part of. Okay? And now we have a child involved. And it's almost like she's struggling emotionally with it, but he is too, because it's like part of him that feels like he failed as a man. And I'm not saying he failed as a man, but that's what the cards are showing. So, you know, take that there. You know, marinate on that. But yeah, we get back to here to this worry, petty upset, stress, and self-doubt. And it's just like, I feel like this is her, you know, because it's like, don't let disappointments or past negativity wear you further, you know, because this is indicating, you know, just disappointment. And I feel like this is her, but this could be both, you know. But the only reason why I feel like it's more so her is because it's like, don't let disappointment or past negativity worry you. And the past negativity is like, that this man brought you through, all right? Move here to the Eight of Staffs. So Eight of Staffs is like, keep moving forward, all right? I do see that both of them are trying to figure out a way to move forward, even though there's some struggle, even though there's some fighting. It's like progression, okay? Like they're really trying to get this thing handled and resolved, and it's just like things are going to happen very quickly, okay? Now the legal stuff, sometimes that could take a while, so I'm not sure if this is saying that a divorce is going to happen pretty quickly, but it's like everything else but maybe the legal proceedings will happen very quickly. So whether that means like he's up out of the house quickly, you know, he's packed his things quickly. They've already set up arrangements for the child in the meantime quickly. Like those kind of things are going to be getting done very quickly. Things are going to happen quickly. All right, let's move on. Nine of Cups. It's like both of them are remembering how far they've come. You know? It's like both of them are stopping and they're like, I'm remembering myself. I'm holding on to myself. And honestly, it's like freedom. Okay? On both ends, it's like they both feel a freedom with this thing. She feels a freedom that this burden is being lifted off of her, right? She feels freedom in that it's like, she feels the freedom and like, okay, I don't have to worry about this no more. I don't have to worry about that no more. I don't have to worry about the pain this man is bringing. I don't have to worry about, you know, the fighting anymore. Like, freedom, okay? And then he's looking at it the same way. Like, he don't have to worry about fighting anymore. And he doesn't have to really worry about being tied down. So it's like they're both looking at the situation as a way of freedom. We have Two of Staves here. Now, I get this with both of them, okay? Because this is like a card of uncertainty and reflection of one's past and choices, all right? Self-assessment, which is good. Which is good, as rightfully so. So basically, it's like they're both looking at their past choices and they're both assessing themselves. Like I said, you guys, honestly, I'm going to be interested to know Monica's relationship with her father. Because it's not the kind of guy that she chooses. It's the type of guy that she chooses. And I feel like she's understanding that because I feel like she's kind of going through this. What did I do wrong? What did I do? But it's like the same red flags as before, Monica. The same red flags. And I know from experience, like, you got to stop being Captain Save 'em out here. Everybody can't be saved. And it's just like, I get it. I get it, girl. I get it. But, you know, anyway, this is like, just thinking about past actions and choices, as I've said before, and self-assessments and a lot of emotions that follow. Now, for him, this is really causing him to look at himself. You know, maybe I don't need to be in a relationship right now. Maybe I'm not trying to be in a relationship right now. Maybe I still want to find myself. Maybe I still want to date around. Maybe I still want to be on my own. Maybe I want to be more independent. I like an independent lifestyle. You know what I mean? But it's emotions behind it as well. And again, you know, that could easily stem from him feeling like he failed. You know? Let's move on to Seven of Staves, which is in reverse as well. Seven of Staves equals, it's like the stress and confusion and decisions, you know. I feel like a lot is coming out. Like Monica may be finding out a lot of indiscreet actions on his part. And he may be finding out like maybe some of her moves, you know, what she's trying to do. But it's just like somebody's really having a hard time. I feel like it's maybe her. Stress, confusion, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what I did. It's just like really confused because she really did not expect for this to happen. She really didn't. And again, like she was devoted. She was devoted to this guy. She was devoted to him. You know? And it's just like poor Monica. And I'm trying not to do this, you know, in a biased way. That's why I'm trying to do the reading on their relationship as a whole. But it's like, yo, the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. You know? When I feel like it's on his end, I'll say it. If I feel like it's on both their ends, I'll say it. All right? So, look, this confusion, this worry, this stress, this self-assessment, this is just indicating like travel. It's time to go. Physical separation between these two. It's like, I'm out. yeah, we're fighting, and I'm hurt about all of this, and I'm having some emotional struggles and dealing with this. I'm confused and I'm stressed, but at the same time, deuces. And that's one thing about Monica, is that she knows her worth. She does. And that's why it's like we want her to have her fairy tale ending so bad. Like and she wanted it too, but hey, that's life. Life happens like that sometimes, So you can, be in your feelings and all that, but get back up. Don't stay there. All right. We have 7 of Cups. And I'm glad that we have this, because this is exactly that. It's representing the drive and the will. It's like, I'm deucing away from you. The deuces, I got to get out of here, that separation. But it's like hold on to your drive and hold on to your will. Okay, somebody has a will and a drive to get out of their situation. And to keep, going forward the best way they know how. Somebody is determined. And I feel like that's Monica. And it could be him too. Like he has a drive and a will to move forward. What's strange, you guys, is I don't feel like he wanted her to go. Even though he wanted to be out here, acting like he's single or whatever the case may be, it's like he didn't want her to go. But she has a drive and a will to be like, nip, because I told you what would happen. Because she told him. She told him plenty of times. Told him plenty of times. He was warned, you guys. And now look, 10 of Swords. It's like pain, and that sense of loss. So check this. I'm deucing away from you. Goodbye, good riddance. I have the drive to continue and the will to continue. But dang, I took another loss. And I will say this about her taking another loss. I really hope that she doesn't. I really hope that she realizes that a loss could easily be a win. Okay? Because think about it. If she had stayed with this guy, yeah, and that's coming back to the shame card. This could be some drinking involved. Because with the drinking here, this is like shame. This is like guilt. This is like a little bit of depression here. You see this person is at their knees, and it's just like a time of indulgence, So it's like if he or she is a drinker, they'll be drinking more. If they do drugs, they'll be drinking more. Doing the drugs more. Whatever indulgence, if it's food, they'll be eating more, And I feel like this is both of them. I feel like both of them kind of feel this shame. Especially Shannon, because again, he did not want this to be over. I feel like I feel like he enjoyed the facade of it. And I feel like she did too. But it was like, okay, but I wanted to be real. But it's like that shame and that guilt. But she's strong, you guys. Because it's like, even though she's feeling all that, she's like, I can't stay. I can't stay. Then the arguing and the fussing. Let's move on. All right. So this is going to equivalent to money. All right. Economic gain. The card of giving and receiving. Time to reap rewards. Hard work done. So, I mean, I could see if it gets to the court that she's probably going to be getting some money. And this is basically what it's representing. Like, this guy is standing here and he's giving her what she deserves. All right? And this could also be Shannon as well. Like, this could be an amicable situation when they sit down with the lawyers and all that stuff. He could just be like, okay, I know I messed up. I know it was wrong. Here. Let me give you what you deserve. Yeah. So either he's going to freely give it to her, or it's going to be ordered to be given to her. But I kind of feel like it could be either both. Because you see, like, this person's head is, like, kind of hanging down. And it's just like, here. So maybe he won't feel too good about it. Maybe he will. Maybe he's hanging his head down because of that guilt. That guilt and that shame, you know. Because he's going to take a loss too. Come on. She ain't the only one that's going to take an L. You are too, sir. So we have 2 more cards, y'all. 2 more cards. We got the Star card here. And the Star card, it's a rare card for me to get when I do readings. I got one for Mary J. Blige, and I was happy to see that show up for her. So I'm happy to also see this show up for Monica as well. The Star is like a time of hope. Okay? Time for hope for the future and reflection on her achievements. All right? And it's like good things are on the way. As for the outcome of it for her, and it's just like good things are in store for her. Even though she's been through this, and I really, really, really hope that during that self-assessment that we saw her doing as well as him doing, I really hope she looks at, again, not the kind of man, but the type of guy that she is choosing. But this is hope for the future, okay? This is a great card to get. So she's going to be all right. She's going to be fine. She's very strong. Very, very strong. And so I don't have a doubt that she's going to be able to bounce back. It may make her cold for a little while, but this really might be the best thing for her so that she can heal and deal with what she has to deal with. And again, going through those self-assessments. She might want to see a therapist, honestly. And therapy isn't bad, you guys. It has a bad connotation to it because Black folks, we don't do that. But that might even be a good idea for her. You know, a therapist, a spiritual advisor, like a pastor, or someone of nature that could feed her spirit. You know what I mean? All right. Page of Staffs. All right. So I also asked what the outcome of it would be, not just for her, but for Shannon. And it's like he's going to continue to be confident. He's going to continue to be arrogant. And it's just like I feel like he's a good person, but he's sometimes like egotistical. All right. And it's just like I feel like he's going to try to focus on different businesses and focus on work. So they're both going to be okay. You know? She has great hope and great things coming for her. And so does he. You know, you see him standing there strong. And it's just like, you know, they'll be all right. All right, you guys. So that concludes our reading for today. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this reading and this situation. And if anybody knows any information about her relationship with her father, I would really like to know. Because there's something there with that. So I'll end up doing a reading on Monica separately. So be on the lookout for part 2. Because I'm going to do that in the near future. And then other than that, if you guys want to donate to my channel, all that information is in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. I'm going to go ahead and clear my cards and shuffle them. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Thank you so much for your support.